Hi everybody. So today's topic is roll out on the floor with laughter. ROFL. Now, as I told you, when do you laugh like that? Like a child, like a baby. How do you do that? Like with lot of innocence. When do you do that? That takes a lot of understanding, empathy. All that I have written in the description above the video or below the video, wherever you are seeing that. But it takes a lifetime of practice to reach that stage. Just now I was speaking to somebody who is a very wise person, very, very wise, very experienced, lot of experience in his life. But today morning when I asked him to share with me an instance which made him laugh like anything, he said, life has happened to me in every way. Lot of experiences, lot of instances. Which instance do you want? I clearly told him, and a funny instance, because I am going to do Facebook Live in the evening, so I should have all those kind of experiences so that I can share with my audience. It was pretty clear, but he couldn't understand the entire thing, whatever I was saying. So, to be able to do so, these are big qualities that I just described, right? To be able to be an empath, understanding of people, to see, to identify with people's problems and their circumstances. All these are big things. But how do you do that? It requires an acute sense of observation. I'd say it will not make you laugh, but it will make you think. What I am saying is, when I go to office, I get down at Sarojini Metro. Those of you who are from Delhi, they will understand what I am talking about. I get down at Sarojini Metro. I walk down for 1.1 kilometer to my office at Safdarjung Enclave to be precise. So there is a flyover when you come and cross to the other side of the Sarojini. So below that there was a person who was a laborer. It is just 2 days before that I am talking about. I have been watching that person since last 2 months, and he had a dog. I hadn't seen that dog beforehand, but I might have seen also. I don't remember whether that person owned that dog with him. He brought that dog, or that dog was from there only. Because that dog didn't face any other dog's challenge, so that is why I assumed that the dog was there from beforehand. That person, that laborer, adopted that dog, and under the flyover in the open, that laborer was sleeping, because I thought he was working in the night, because he was painting the flyover from below. And I have seen him eating and also feeding the dog, and I felt very good, because I'm a dog lover, and I felt good because the dog has an owner. One day when I was coming out from office, we were 2-3 colleagues who were walking to the metro, and there were crowd like that is the time of the traffic, so there was heavy traffic on the 4 corners, because it is a cross crossroad, so lot of traffic, and the dog was sleeping on the road, not on the pedestal that is there, that happens to be there under the flyover. So on the road it was sleeping, and it was sleeping like very carelessly, and the vehicles were passing by just very close by to that dog. And I also saw that the owner and I think one of his friend, both of them, they were also sleeping. So I woke them up, asking to call that dog uh, to their side, so that there is no mishap happened. And the dog was sleeping very flat. I could see his eyes, and it was very mischievous look, I must say. But and those two laborers, those were also having some bruises. So one of my friend, my colleague, who was with me, she told that there is an accident, the dog has been killed, even these boys have some bruises. So there might have been some accident. So I was like kind of shocked. I didn't apply any of my common sense, and I didn't see closely to the dog and these people, and I was very upset. Why I had to see that dog? Why I had to see such a sad situation? So as I was very upset for the entire evening that day, and complaining to God as to why I had to see, I had to witness such a thing. The next day, when I again came to office, I saw that dog hale and hearty, and he was eating. And I thought I am a complete fool, very stupid. I should have seen very closely before trusting my friend. Do you also face such kind of problems, such kind of situation? So I was a complete stupid. The moral of the story is, when you are in doubt, just cross check, right? I face this kind of situation time and again, so I call myself stupid. So if you have those kind of situations, just cross check, because it will save you lot of trouble, lot of thinking, lot of sorrow. Even though it is unreal, it is not practical. So what do we do? What I am suggesting, observe acutely. That is a very important quality. Newton saw an apple fall from the tree, and he formulated the laws of gravity. Now each of us sees, whoever is in that apple kind of climate, we see fruits falling from the tree all the time. Do we formulate any kind of principles like Newton did? Or much before him, Archimedes, he was just taking bath in a bathtub, and he had to determine how much was the milliwatt in the headwear of that king, right? I don't remember what. So the king wanted, what is the percentage of milliwatt? Like say what is the other metal in that particular headwear that he was wearing? And Archimedes had no clue. But when he was taking bath, the amount of water that was displaced, it was proportionate to his weight, right? So what he did, he just had to weigh that headwear, pure, of equal, of the same thing and same metal, and the actual headwear that was supposed to be examined, and he could see the differences, and that is how he came up with the laws of buoyancy. Now these are because of acute observation. when we observe something very closely, we can see the pattern in our life, in others' life, in the circumstances, in the planet. And most of the time, we can see the same thing happening in different ways in everybody's life. Everybody's life is partly sad, partly happy. It is irrespective of the human being. Everybody partly good, partly bad in everybody's life. No matter how good a person looks, he has those negative side also. In everybody's life, whatever is happening, it is happening for a reason, out of which one can take some lesson and move on and make his life better or make his life worse. The examples are all the time happening. But we can't see a pattern if we are not observing. We start complaining if we don't see the pattern. We don't see the exact root cause. Right? So, that is to be observed. And when we see the common pattern happening across everybody's life, that is when we develop poise. We can see, and many influencers, many thought leaders, they have observed this thing, and they have told that you will be able to forgive if you can see the pattern extending. It is your extension only. You can see the reflection of yours in the another person. If you are observant enough, you will not complain. It is never other way round. It is no other way than whatever we are, we will see the reflection everywhere. These are great thoughts, and these thoughts came because those people were observant. And when we observe, we don't complain anymore. We develop that poise that every situation that comes, it passes by also. Everything, nothing is stationary or permanent out here. Everything happens, comes and goes, comes and goes. So then what to complain? And everything comes, happens, teaches a lesson and completes and goes by. So that helps us develop a poise. We are unmoved by unpleasant situations. We will take the lesson and we will move on. We will learn the lesson and move on. We will help ourselves in taking major strides once we learn the lesson. Don't you think that this is very essential to develop that poise towards achieving excellence, towards achieving significance, towards making a difference in the world? So if we are to grow towards excellence, then we need to be observant. And the simple characteristic of it happening to you is when you laugh at small things, you laugh at yourself, and you enjoy small things, and it makes you immensely happy, and you can see the fun in everything. So that is why I say it is not very conventional. It is out of the league. You are a different person because you think different. And that is what I mean. Towards having a very cultured and understanding leadership within you first, before leading others. Hope this helps you in understanding what I meant by ROFL. And if you have any question, you can ask below the video, and also it will be very helpful if you can comment that it was a replay that you have watched, and even better will be a comment whichever of my points has affected you. Thank you for watching.